Hello my lovelies and welcome to my first plan with me. It's my monthly spread for my mini happy planner. But first of all I'm going to start with a mini haul, just so that I haul the spread I'm about to use, the kit I'm about to use. So the haul is from Mac and Gray Designs. So this is the little freebie. I hope you can see it really clearly. And then this is the kit I'm going to be using for the plan with me. So we'll just quickly open it and I'll show it to you. This was purchased as part of the Black Friday event that's been going on Etsy. Some are collab sales, some have been just sales because it's Black Friday. And I believe Rachel just did it. Who's the owner of Mac and Gray Designs, did it because it was Black Friday. She wasn't part of one of the planner collab sales. So we'll start with this bit. So this is all your little functionals, mini deco. You've got a box there, a couple of half boxes, and your notes or sidebar. And then you've got your date and day covers, your date covers, some headers, a couple of full box checklists, some full boxes, bill dues and payday flags. And then this one here, which I'll just show you, is an Ericondron kit. Now, as some of you guys know, I'm a happy planner. Well, my wonderful mummy has ordered me for Christmas an Ericondron, which obviously I'm waiting on delivery for. So I've ordered a few kits in the Black Friday sales to accommodate for it coming. So this is one of them. So there's the day covers, Monday through to Sunday. Rachel doesn't give you date dots. You have to write in your own date dots, or if like me you don't throw away date dots from other kits, you can pop them on instead. So these are the full boxes. Reading is dreaming with your eyes wide open. I just thought this was an adorable kit. Beautiful colours. I own a cat. Okay, my cat isn't a ginger tabby, but she's actually torty and white. But it's beautiful. It sums me up. I love reading. Nothing better than a cup of coffee. And it's just quite a nice sort of placid wintry kit as well, where she's wearing the hat and the jumper there. So I thought it was just beautiful. So that's the full boxes. Then you've got your full box checklists. Something Rachel does in all her kits is she does 6 completely full boxes, and then she does 2 half, sort of, it's a full box split, but that together fits a box perfectly. And then there's 2 habit trackers in the colour scheme as well. Moving on, you've got your headers, so to do, today, little things, and then this week, next week, important, goals, meal plan, etc. And then these 4 lines here, I can just show you the kiss cuts. They're all blank headers as well, so that's an entire sheet of headers on there. Moving on, we've got the deco, weekend banner, some functionals, and then you've got your water trackers and your meal. I don't use them as meal planning. I use them to state what I've actually eaten that day for my main meal of the day. But if you're planning, you plan how you wish to plan. So on this sheet you've got a couple of rescheduled stickers, bill dues and flags, a couple of 3 checklists and your full strips again. So they're sort of more your no white space, your white space planning checklists. And then you've got some washi strips, obviously for the 3 boxes and the 4 boxes. And then moving on, you've got 2 Monday through to Sunday stickers, half boxes and your quarter boxes, which are all very, very lovely. And I like Rachel's kits, and they are incredibly reasonably priced. I'm not sure if date covers are still an optional add-on. They were for a little while. I don't know if they still are. I automatically order with these anyway. So, but if she is still doing them as an add-on, then you can have the kit with or without these, and obviously the price will rise just a little bit to have these. So like I said, that was part of the Black Friday order that I did, but it wasn't part of the Planner collab sale that I usually take part on, which is the Love UK Planner Shops sale. So it's not just Etsy based shops that take part, it's also shops that have websites, etc. things, all sorts of different shops, obviously primarily Etsy based, and obviously the shop I PR'd for, said in my last video, was a part of that Planner collab set. But Rachel wasn't, and I have used Rachel's kits since I started with the Happy Planner. Previous to that, I had an A5 ring binder planner that I had Eric Condren style inserts in, so obviously I used Eric Condren kits from different shops back then, but it's going back quite a while. So that's enough of me ranting, so without further ado, we will get started with the plan with me. As you can see, my mini Happy Planner is undated, so if I break at any point to work out what the date is, that's because my normal Happy Planner is to one side of my desk here, open on the month of December, just so I know where to put the date dots. As far as I know, this is the first time Rachel Mac and Grey Designs has done a monthly. And this is the first mini monthly that I found in a shop, to be honest with you. So it was kind of a case of, well, I like her kits, I like the material that she uses, the paper she uses for her stickers. So I thought I'd give it a go and see how I got on with it. Today I've been downloading or buying printables, downloading them and printing them and cutting them on my Cricut machine myself. So it's quite nice to actually be able to purchase a kit, because I recently changed laptops and I haven't yet linked it to the printer, so I'm not able to do much more than vinyls at the moment on my Cricut machine. So this kind of took the hassle out of it. So what we'll do is we will get started. Now bear with me guys, I do apologise. I might be a little bit cack-handed at doing this because this is the first time I've done a plan with me on camera. So let's get started. And I will do this in the same way I always do it, which is starting at the top and working my way through the month. So let's start. This might well be my only plan with me for a little while. As I've said in previous videos, oh, and I've noticed an error on here. I don't know if you guys can see. I don't know if Rachel has noticed it herself, but it does actually say Saturday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So I will need to find a little day cover maybe that just says Wednesday on it and cut Wednesday out, which is a shame, but we will carry on and I will somehow manage to correct that at some point. I don't know if she's realised, bless her heart. But that's not to worry. We're not worried about that. So let's bring in the tweezers at this point, because these dots are fiddly in the normal planner, let alone in a mini. So we'll start with the first, which is the Saturday. It's this Saturday as well. Oh. So this might be a lengthy video, guys. I apologise now. If we just get the first put in, then I can decide what I'm going to blank out my days with. Now, I normally blank out any of the days that aren't part of the month. So I will need 1, 2, 3, 4, 6th day covers, 4 boxes. So, I quite like the Christmas tree. In fact, I think I'll use all 6 of those across the top. So, I hope I don't pull this out of shot for you guys. I hope I keep it lined up and consistent for you. So, I guess with doing this, then I need to start considering the fact that obviously these videos are a little bit longer, so I'm not just talking about the products, I'm not just showing you purchases and telling you where I got them from. I'm actually going to be sat here going through what I do typically as a layout in whatever spread I'm doing at the time. Back to what I was saying about this might be the odd one I do, is obviously my children have special needs, and my youngest, which has the most issues, unfortunately hasn't even started school. He was due to start school back in September, but unfortunately the school that he'll be attending with his brother wasn't prepared to take him without an EHCP plan in place. So there's been a bit of a delay on that and getting it through the system, because he was never going to cope with being put in a preschool environment. He was actually kept at my childminders for the duration, so it's taking, well, it's made the process a lot longer than it should have been. There we go on those ones, to get the whole process done through. So as a result, his start date has been put back until January, and we had so many meetings and so many forms, and I still have quite a lot of forms to do, that I decided in hindsight, because I used to do everything weekly anyway, I thought I'd be more organised with my planning, basically pre-plan in the respect of all my weekly spreads are done to date, right up to the end of the year. And in fact, in my happy planner, I've actually done my January monthly as well in my classic. That was just to afford me the luxury of, I knew I had a day to myself. I could sit down and just plan. Do all my layouts up until January, because obviously once he started full-time education in January, which has now been confirmed, albeit that his EHCP is still in draft form. Unfortunately, it's now been delayed by the school because they've actually asked for extra hours to what he's actually been awarded. So it's just going to take a little bit of time on that front just to sort of get things done. So that's kind of where we are with him. So on top of Christmas, it does mean I have school uniform to buy, because obviously at the time of, the usual time where we all rush around like mad things, buying the kids' uniform over the school holidays, making sure they've got everything for the return in September. I was going to be pushed for time just getting Reese's. I didn't see the point of buying and paying out for Lucas at the time, because there was the real risk that he might get rejected by the school, that his chosen school may no longer be an option based on the decision of the EHCP board. So with that in mind, I thought, well, I don't really want to pay out. The uniform's not going to be any good for his older brother. I'll wait until we've confirmed the school, we've confirmed the start date, etc. So yeah, the only downside to that is obviously, on top of the expense of Christmas, I have to fork out for school uniform. And obviously around the time of back to school in the summer holidays, there's a lot of deals etc. on uniform etc. And obviously that isn't going to apply to me in getting my son's uniform for starting in January. The only plus side I have of that, and this is going to sound mad, there's not a lot of difference in size between my 4-year-old and my 7-year-old. There is 3 years and 20 days between my boys. There's about 2 inches in height difference between them at this point, and about half a stone in weight difference. My 4-year-old is a very big 4-year-old, but he's ready for school now. I'm happy he's ready for school. The school are happy he's ready for school. So it's a case of we're heading for this. Obviously my concern in the last meeting at the school was that, where obviously the EHCP is still in draft form, that we weren't going to get it in time. So that was a huge concern for me, that we weren't, and as a result they were going to delay him a bit further. But because the school have admitted it is their fault, the delay is their fault, they've basically turned around and said to me, no, he starts full time in January when all the kids come back to school, and that's the end of it. So this is going to look a bit weird because I'm going to put the date flag in the bottom corners, because obviously these are split days on this calendar. But that isn't an issue for me if I can get the last date off, which I'm struggling with, apologies. So I will just get a pen and a moment, and I will just divide the box in half. So there we go, there's the basic layout of the month. Pop that to one side. And I think what I'll do is I will just decorate Christmas Day, etc. with deco in a moment or two. Now, sorry, I'm going to have to turn this on the side to line it up properly. Just hope you're still in frame for me doing this. It's like having a big strip of washi. Trying to line it up justly. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. Oh, crease, can't have crease. That's annoying. Are you going to come up? Are you going to come up? Without tearing? There we go, look at that. Saved it. Because we all know how annoying that is if it doesn't line up properly. So regarding events and days and things, I know I've got some things to jot down on the 6th for the boys, because unfortunately my eldest has to have his flu jab at school on that day, and he also has to go to the optician to have his eyes retested. Then we have an event on the 20th, which is the day before he breaks up, and that will be his school Christmas dinner. So that's that one. And then I've got some events the day before on the 19th, which is for my youngest, because what they've done basically is he does sessions and he hasn't done a start of day or an end of day, so they decided to whack it on the last week basically, and then obviously they break up on that day. So let's put some deckies, shall we? I quite like the Christmas presents actually for Christmas Day, so we'll just pop those in there just to symbolise that. And then we've got some other deco here as well. So I'm going to put a Christmas wreath, and oh no, I've got the doggy there, don't want it on the same day then, do we? So we'll pop it over there on the Sunday. And then I want something to symbolise Boxing Day. Do you know what? 1st of December we're going to put a bulbul up there to symbolise that's when I put my tree up. Christmas Eve can just have, I know I've got to divide this. Oh, don't cover up the 24, do we? Hot chocolate and candy canes, I think, will symbolise that day quite nicely. And then Boxing Day, we will put the little candles, I think, across the bottom. It's quite fiddly. I'm so glad I have shorter nails now. Very, very random of me, I know. Apart from that, I think we are done. Like I said, this my happy planner is for the boys, really, and I just basically, because of their needs, etc., I just make generalised notes and comments on every day. So if one of them's had a particularly good day, then I'll make a note of it. If one of them's had a particularly bad day or something that's ongoing with one of them, I'll make a note on that throughout the week. But I do pop in references to times and dates, etc., that refer to the boys on there. I think we're done actually. So I hope you liked this. Like I said, bear with me. This is my first ever plan with me. I hope it goes okay, and I hope to see you on my next video. I hope everybody is well. I hope everybody's looking forward to the Christmas season. Apart from that, bye my lovelies.